Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, Wootini from gaygamer.net still, here with another weekly video podcast. This week I want to start, I just want to mention the heartbreaking tragedy at Pulse in Orlando, Florida. So many people senselessly killed. I can't even fathom how such a thing happens in this world. There is still so much hate, and it's just a mess. They're like, oh, it's domestic terrorism, but it's also a hate crime. It's also just a general tragedy to have someone with an assault rifle that they were able to legally purchase, for home defense, who can just walk into a place and just start senselessly killing everyone in sight. It's times like this that make me want to just leave Earth entirely, because I don't know if we can be saved. It's just so heartbreaking, and it's just so depressing, and the most depressing thing is knowing that nothing will change. If almost 40 school children being shot to death at school was not enough to make politicians step up on gun control, killing a bunch of gay dudes in a club is really not going to make a difference. So, nothing will change. And that's the most depressing part about this entire situation. But what it did do is, I was actually going to give Pride a miss this year. I just wasn't sure. I was like, I'm gonna give it a miss. I'm just not feeling it this year. I used to go and watch the parade, not the whole parade because it's like 10 hours long, but I'd go and watch a portion of it, and then I kind of it would rain, or it would be too hot, and we'd be like, we'll go next year. And then eventually I was just like, nah. And then there were some years where I wasn't actually feeling particularly proud, so I didn't want to go to Gay Pride. Then they legalized marriage, and I was like, yay, let's go again, and let's celebrate. And the last couple years, I've actually marched with the Gay Geeks of New York, which is a terrific organization based in New York City that celebrates all things gay and geeky. I was going to give it a miss this year, but I think that it is time. I think I'm going to do it, and I think Gay Ness will be making an appearance at Gay Pride this year. So, yeah, because I feel like right now is the time to go and make yourself visible and say, we're still here, we're not going away, so please stop killing us. Thanks. Okay, enough heavy shit. Let's talk games. Of course, I'm talking about Gone Home, which I was finally able to play, which gets very heavy. So, whatever. It's a good transition, I suppose, right? So, finally, the first Tuesday of the month came, and I was able to download Gone Home for free. And I also discovered the delightful ability to download to your PlayStation 4 from the website in the PlayStation Store. So I can go and click on all the games I want to buy them, then go into the library and be like, okay, now download Gone Home to my PlayStation, so that it is waiting for me when I get home. And it totally worked, and I was like, yay! So, I didn't have to, download it and then wait for it to download, and go eat dinner and then come back and play it later. I was able to just play it, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I sat down to play Gone Home, and I played it for hour and a half, and I was getting all into it. I'm finding every little clue and every little note and every little thing, and picking up things and moving them around and whatever. And I got down into the basement and got stuck. I mean, literally physically stuck. I couldn't move off of this one particular spot in the basement. And I was like, dang it. And I didn't want to save my game, because I was like, what if I load my game and then I'm still stuck and I can't move? Let me just quit and then I'll load my autosave, and then I can just redo that last bit. Unfortunately, I then discovered that Gone Home does not autosave. So I had to start over at the beginning. Needless to say, it was time for bed anyway, so the next day I was like, I need to take a break. And then the day after, I went and I did, and I actually played it all in one sitting. I actually had a couple hours to sit there and do it. I did save my game periodically here and there, just, like right before where I was going to get stuck, just in case I didn't get stuck. But I kept saving my game just in case. But I was finally able to finish it. Somehow I think I missed one of the diary entries, which was really annoying because I was being so super careful, but I'm wondering if rushing through the beginning part again, I missed one of the ones that I had found the first time. I don't know. There might have also been one that's like so super hidden that I didn't find it. But I missed that trophy. But I did finally finish the game, and I have to say, it's really short. And I don't know how much replayability there is, because, once you find all the journal entries, the story is the story. It's not like Until Dawn where, like, you can change things and play it differently and you'll get a different experience. This is basically going to be the same experience every time you play it, which is why I'm glad that it was free, because I'm not sure I think it retails for $20, which it's a nice game, but I feel like $20, it's not worth $20 for that experience. It's really short. 10. I'd give it 10. I'd say for $10, it's fine. But for free, it's great. I really liked the story. I also liked the fact that it basically kind of like hinted that it was going in maybe a different direction, but it just was all about the like family drama and the emotion, and it was really fascinating to walk through this empty house, discovering clues, and you're getting your sister's journal entries where, as the story progresses, you learn more and more and more about your sister and what she's been going through, and it's terrific and very emotional and very dramatic and very powerful. But at the same time, you're also discovering things about your father and your mother just by looking through notes and letters and things, and it just was really well structured, like just all the clues layering on top of each other, and because you do sort of go through the house in a certain order, so you do certain things and then you'll unlock the next section of the house so that they can kind of order the clues that you find so that you do develop the story slightly. It's not completely non-linear, which would have been weird. But as you find all these clues, it's like, oh, poor mom, and then also poor dad, but mostly poor mom. And I thought it was a really terrific game, and if you are a PlayStation Plus member, I highly recommend picking it up if you have a PlayStation 4. It's only for PS4, I think. So I highly recommend it. It's a great story. It's a quick play, and for free it's worth the money. Then I started another new game. At some point I'll go play those other Uncharted games, but I had forgotten when I went in to buy Until Dawn, because that was the one that I really wanted to play. I saw on the shelf Tearaway Unfolded, and I was like, oh, that's right. That's another PlayStation exclusive that I really wanted to play, now that I have a PlayStation 4. Because I loved Tearaway on the Vita. It was a fantastic game. I've spoken about it in a previous episode, back when I played it, and, like, I welled up, I got all emotional at the end, it was just beautiful. So, I was like, let me give this one a try. So, the other day I went in and picked up Tearaway Unfolded, and it turned out to be, well, I paid $2 for it, essentially, at Best Buy. Literally $2. It was $1.99 plus tax. So, it was cheaper than I thought, because it was bargain priced at $19.99, but then it turned out it was actually, I didn't know this, but it was on sale for $14.99. So I got it for $14.99, but then I'm also a member of the Gamers Club, so I get a 20% discount. And then I also had, so then it became like $11.99, but then I had a $10 reward certificate, so it was literally $1.99 plus tax for this PlayStation 4 game. So, score. And it's beautiful. I remember trying it a couple years ago at PAX East, and being curious about it, knowing eventually I was going to get a PS4 and I would want to play it. I wanted to make sure that it was not just a port of the Vita game. Not that they can do a straight port of the Vita game, because you don't have, you know, the touchpad or the touch screen or the camera. So it's not. It's essentially the same plot. You're the little messenger, and you have to get up to the hole in the sky, and you go on your adventure to get there. And certain elements are the same. The Squirrel King is there. I just did the scene where I ride the pig and smash through everything. So there's certain elements that are the same, but overall it feels like a completely separate game. And they also use the PlayStation 4, like that stupid light on the controller that drains the hell out of the battery, makes it not last for very long at all. You use that to like bring plants to life and erase the scraps and stuff, so you're aiming, you know, and that's cute. And then because you don't have the touchpad to bounce on the drums, you use the little touchpad on the controller to do that. I was actually really surprised at, like, I was concerned that drawing the shapes to cut out to create things like the Squirrel King's crown and the butterflies and things, I was concerned that that was going to be like, I thought you would use the joystick for that. You actually use that little touchpad on the gamepad, and it's so tiny, and I'm like, there's no way this is going to work. But it actually works surprisingly well. And I'm basically able to do the same kind of half-assed drawings that I was able to pull off on the Vita touchscreen. My only problem is that I feel like the PS4 version is probably not, when I reach the ending, it's probably not going to be as emotional an ending as the Vita one, because the Vita game put you in the game. Like, you would see yourself, because of the front-facing camera on the Vita, like, you were a face, your face was in the sky, and you were in the game, and the PlayStation 4 version is talking about the you out there controlling things. But because you don't see yourself in the game, I feel like it's not as much of a link emotionally, so when I reach the ending, might not be as teary as I was at the end of the Vita game, but we'll see. You are supposed to be able to use the companion app to take pictures to use in-game, but my phone, the PlayStation app on my phone, I guess because it's Android, it might work on iPhones, I don't know, but because it was an Android, it didn't work. Nothing happened. So I tried my Vita, and that I was able to actually take a selfie and upload it into the game, but it didn't appear on the TV screen. It started appearing on the ground, like as a collage, like everywhere I walked. And I'm like, well, that's just weird, and it doesn't really do anything, and I don't like it, so I turned it off. So I don't really know if the companion app is going to be useful. I thought I could take a picture of myself, and he'd be like, oh, that's the you. And then that picture would then show up throughout the game, and that would help to create that emotional link with the game. But I don't know. I've only just started. I think I'm only on, like, the third level, third area, whatever you call it. That's it for this week. I'm going to shut up now. I feel like I've rambled on far too long. And I will see you back here next time. Next week is not Pride. Pride is the week after. So I'll probably just be talking about more Tearaway then. That's all. See you then. Bye.